You are going to be shooketh when you realize that I don't give a shit about these 4 things when you come to me for bookkeeping and tax. My name is Megan and I've been a CPA for nearly 20 years and I've helped some of the largest companies in the world save millions of dollars through increased productivity and savvy accounting solutions. So many times when bookkeeping and tax clients come to me for an initial consult, they're thinking that I'm going to be upset or mad at them for mixing their personal and business transactions together. And look, when you're a new entrepreneur or you don't know any better, it's actually very common. It just makes things in the initial part of your engagement a little more challenging. But people are shocked when they find out that I don't mind if you pay the occasional expense using your personal credit card. I have a multi-7-figure client in fintech that uses the same Amex for all 4 of his businesses and his personal business, and I'm okay with that. We just have structures in place to support that. When a client comes to me and they haven't kept their bookkeeping up to date, they're shocked to find out that I would rather them not already be set up in QuickBooks than have the software already, because it is much less expensive for you as a business owner for me to set up something correctly the first time than it is for me to try to fix what you did. So if you're behind in your bookkeeping, please, for the love of all things holy, go to a professional and let them set you up. Don't try to do it on yourself. You're just going to cost yourself more money. And before I move on to the last 2 items, if you want to be in the know on all of the things that the IRS doesn't want you to know and all of the things that my predatory tax industry doesn't want you to know, you're going to head to the top of my page and go to my tax masterclass where I spill all of the industry secrets. What if I told you that I don't have to have your receipts in order to take a tax deduction? Would you be shocked? In many cases, that is absolutely true. The IRS has something called the Cohan rule, and if we can substantiate a deduction from another means, in many cases, you can still take that deduction. Now, this won't work for things like meals and most travel, but there's a lot of deductions that you can still take even if you didn't retain the receipts. So let's make sure that we have that banking detail and that you've identified every penny that you've spent on your business so that I can make sure that you can get the maximum deductions. And the last one on the list is actually very heartbreaking. People think that I am going to judge them for being behind in taxes, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. I'm a non-judgment zone, and if you're coming to me and you're ready to take control of your finances, I'm actually very proud of you for taking that step. And I want you to know that it's not uncommon for entrepreneurs to get behind in their tax filing obligations or their payment obligations, but working with a professional is one way to make sure that the IRS doesn't take advantage of your lack of knowledge. They're not going to tell you when they can't collect anymore. I know when they can't collect anymore, and I'm going to make sure that you're not put in a situation where you're paying money that you don't have to. And look, I'm not going to lie to you and say it's going to be an easy and stress-free process, but once you get all of this stuff situated and you have a professional by your side while you're doing it, that weight is going to be lifted off your shoulders and you're going to know exactly what you need to do from that on to stay in compliance and make sure that your business exists for generations to come. What questions do you have for me? Are you shocked that I don't care about these things? Let me know in the comments.